Welcome in. We're just kind of watching this little tiny storm just north of my town right now. Get a good view of it here soon. Nice sunset for sure. This thing was looking pretty crazy when I was just on it looking at it a second ago. We'll have to see what it looks like now. It's got that tiny little base looking thing underneath it. It's pretty crazy looking. We'll see what it looks like when we return. I'm currently in Centerville. Nothing too crazy going on, just looking at this little storm, if you guys can see that one. Looks pretty neat. Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now, just kind of looking at it. See what this little tiny storm thing can do. We'll see. I'm going to find a better spot to set up here pretty soon, where I'm going to. It's been raining a ton here, but it's trying to rain again in Centerville. Not much, but just a little bit. We'll get a good view here in a second. Let me find my spot here. You guys can look at the little tiny ones off in the distance that way too. They're pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's in Iowa, southern Iowa. But yeah, I'm in Centerville, Iowa. So like the southern border of it. Trying to find a spot to set here. Just looking right now. This little tiny storm thing. I don't even know if I can call this storm very much. Showing up on radar though. It wasn't before. Welcome in, guys. We're just kind of having a little bit of a fun one here tonight. See what we can see what this thing looks like. What in the world? It looks so funky now. It's starting to decay a little bit, but it still's gonna look funny. Pretty neat looking. Not much of a storm, but it's pretty neat. Look at that thing. Oh yeah, Canada's been pretty crazy this week, but man, look at that thing. Decaying little updraft. It was looking pretty solid here a while ago. Now it's like just starting to be a little tiny updraft that's just decaying out. That's funny looking. It's got to be the smallest supercell I've ever seen. Mini-Supercell kind of thing I've ever seen before. Quite crazy looking. Just a completely decaying updraft. It's quite neat. Updraft looks crazy. Gotta be the smallest decayed updraft I've ever seen. Just reaching the ground still. looking. It's crazy how it decayed out like that. Oh, the bug's in here now. Oh. Come on, bug. This thing's basically not even a storm. Look at that tiny little nub on the end of that thing just decaying out there. It's crazy looking. It's gotta be the funniest little baby storm I've ever seen before. It's quite interesting. It's cool looking. See that funnel-like shape on the end of it. Why does that look like a funnel, guys? Does that not look like a funnel? It's so weird. Zoom in on the stream, guys. That is so weird looking. Hey, thanks for the donation. I appreciate that. We got the storm right in front of us. We're in southern Iowa. That thing just had a funnel. I kid you guys not. There was literally just a funnel on this decaying storm, which is kind of insane. I appreciate the donation. I didn't expect to see anything really, but I'm fairly certain that was a funnel. And I'm kind of baffled by that. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, as always. It's so weird we saw a funnel on this little tiny storm. But here, I'm going to zoom back out so you guys can see what this storm looks like. Look, this is what the storm looks like, guys. That thing just had a funnel under it. What in the world? I'm not sure. Huh. It's quite impressive, honestly. It's trying to get, it's got some more little funnily looking thing. Let's keep this on this base over here. Might actually be better. That spinny little base. We got so much 3 cape and vorticity. That's where you get your little spinnies, your little funnels that come from like that. That's funny looking. I'm quite impressed that there was a funnel under this. Gorgeous little storm here at sunset though. I'm pretty sure that's another funnel trying to form off of it. So weird. This is the tiniest little updraft I've ever seen in my entire life. I see something weird come down off this next one, guys. So weird. Huh. Little tiny decaying little thing. It's right along this little residual outflow boundary from those earlier storms. It's all like riding along it. It's funny. Just keep popping up out of nowhere, basically. Weird. So weird. Top's still rising on that one over there a little further. It's funny looking. Big old deer just running through my shot right there. There it is, sitting right over there. Oh, window fogged up. Turn the air off here. Weird. Smells like rain now. Trying to see. He's gonna try to expand this way, that outflow boundary. It'd be pretty neat if these have this outflow boundary expanded this direction and just kept forming new storms underneath it. Seems like what it's kind of trying to do. I'm gonna go find somewhere else to sit. Welcome in. Thank you all for tuning in here. We just got this fun little stream locally. Let's see if we can find anything crazy looking. I already have this pretty neat looking little storm, a couple of them now. This would be the second updraft kind of looking thing. It's funny looking. They all are. A lot of 3K vorticity. Get those. What in the world? Look at that one down south now. 100%. It's got like a huge lowering on it. I'll find a spot so we can go look at both storms. Or not even storms, just like whatever this is. What in the world, guys? This is so weird. It's all just so weird. These all look just funky. Actually, I'm gonna go right so you guys can see this really, really funky looking storm. This tiny, tiny, tiny little updraft has like this weird lowering underneath it. Look at this, wait. Just wait for this. You guys are gonna see it and be like, what the hell is that? Like, what is going on with this thing? It might be too bright. Yeah, that's true. Shape of clouds is always cool, especially like these growing, brand new, fresh ones like this. Those ones always look really crazy. Oh, yep, Mayfield, yeah. Although I read everybody's comment, I like hearing about people's stories about stuff. They're really cool to hear about because it's the most important part. The people that live through it and survive it, and and even the people that died. It's the most important parts hearing what people have to say about it. The reason I make them is to just inform people about past events, so they know what happened and what could have happened if you get something like that again, but likely not, hopefully, for a long time. An event like that one, that was very, very rare event with a lot of crazy things that happen along with it. It's really bright. I wish it would dim down just a touch. The cloud, not the actual outside light. Huh. It's funky. Some weird looking clouds. It's got such weird little vorticity, which is like the low spin. There's a couple other things that just make it so weird today. Some weird stuff to happen. I can see the stream chat, so if you guys have any questions or anything like that, I have the ability to read everything here. So weird. Someday there'll be a day when we can forecast everything perfect, and then hopefully, at least, you never know, there's a chance there's something that's going to just block the ability to be able to forecast perfectly. Some like actual physical limitation, but I feel like at some point, especially with the incorporation of AI into models and other stuff, there will be a day where we can, basically track it to the exact minute of when something's going to happen in a specific place. But that's hopeful thinking, you never know. Who knows what forecasting will be like in 10 years from now? It's impossible to know. Can't even really guess. Because one single achievement, you instantly can save millions of lives or hundreds of thousands or however many, for flooding and stuff. But flooding kills the most people of all of them. Obviously, you guys know about the Texas floods recently this year. I think I'll probably make a video on those next month, in the month of August. But man, I don't know. There will be a day, though, when the forecasting gets good enough that we can track it to the last minute. But we'll see. Who knows how long that'll be, or if it even is, like I said, even physically possible, because who knows. But yeah, welcome everybody, welcome in here. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, a lot of people have storm anxiety. That's a pretty big issue Because I mean, we've had a lot of big events recently too, so that does not help. But heck, that's what's one reason I try to make my videos, to hopefully help people with that. Obviously, it may not help some people. Some people need to learn about it a little more, and then that kind of helps them a little bit. But others, you know, it's better to just kind of avoid them. But you always want to know what to do and where to go and everything like that. So it's a slippery slope, because most people that are really, 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 really anxious about storms don't want to like do anything with them. But a lot of the people that are anxious about storms actually want to know more, which is the best. I think that's the best, is learning more about something until you're not as scared of it. That's basically what I did. I used to be kind of afraid of storms and stuff, and then obviously I kind of learned about them some more, and then now obviously I drive after them, so it's kind of just I always say that learning about stuff's the best way to be less scared of it. It really does work. That's why I try to make my videos as educational as possible, just to try to get those people that are kind of scared of them, to hopefully help them out a little bit on that fear. That's my goal, at least. One of my main goals here. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in here. We're still be out here for a little while longer, probably not too much longer, but we're just kind of rolling around right now. Got a place I'm going to, and then we'll sit there and kind of see what goes down. Yeah, place to live if you don't want to worry about them. The wildfires, yeah, but nothing, no storms, hopefully. That's the best part. Yeah, you really don't have any storms to worry about other than wildfires, which aren't storms, but they're like a natural disaster kind of thing. Yeah, the residual boundaries kind of popping up some cumulus storm clouds, but probably not too much else. Can't imagine we'll try to produce any precipitation too much. Yeah, anyways, California is a good spot if you want to live somewhere where you don't have to worry about tornadoes, at least. Wildfires, yeah. Tornadoes, no. Someone must be doing senior pictures, it looks like. Tiny bases underneath these things. Just little tiny weak little storms. Oh yeah, earthquakes. I didn't even think about earthquakes. They're definitely up there in California. That's what I mean. That's probably the main thing, honestly, but wildfires are more recent and a little more frequent. Earthquake's the major one, though. If anything were to happen, it'd be an earthquake. But yeah, fires, man, they've been really bad. The last one that happened. Thanks. That's one thing I haven't made a video about, a wildfire. I haven't done any floods yet, but I have a feeling that the Texas flood will be interesting. I'm kind of excited to make it. Sorry, I'm just looking at Twitter and I'm just so confused about this little funnel cloud thing I got. I still can't believe this little tiny storm produced a funnel. Like, I'm actually, like, amazed that this little tiny storm could even try to produce a funnel. That's so weird. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah, radar really helps out. Makes storm chasing so easy almost. Like nowadays, it's so much easier if you kind of know what you're doing and you're in the right spot. It's not that hard to see some stuff. You just can't be late and you can't be early. You know, if you're too early, you miss out on the stuff that happens when the storm moves down the line. But if you're too late, you know, it's kind of the opposite. So it's really hard to. That's the difficulty in chasing, just being at the right place at the right time. Because nowadays you can tell when something's about to happen, but you just have to be in the right spot. You can know about 30 minutes out if you're on the right storm or not, for the most part. There are days that it's really hard when you're kind of like deciding between 2 or 3 storms, but models are so good nowadays that a lot of the times you kind of know where you need to be, and then you got to pick your storm and check the environment and kind of do that. But it's way easier than what I've heard about chasing in like the early 2000s or before that. I mean, I've heard it was so hard to actually try to pick the storms, even being in the right spot. They go to like libraries and stuff to try to get the look at the computers and look at models. So I don't know, it's crazy. It's cool stuff they talk about. Some of the older chasers that I know. Yes. Yep. Yeah, a lot of chasers. There's a lot of them I know that know what they're supposed to do when they're that close. There's some that I know that don't know what they're supposed to do when they're that close. So it's a slippery slope. I only get close when I know they're moving slow, and I kind of know what I need to do, and I know there's some road options. So you got to kind of be smart about it. I only get close when I know that I can get close. It's weird to say that, but you know, you kind of know. You can know when the storm you can get close on it. If it's moving slow, or you're in such really good terrain like Illinois, Iowa, have good data and stuff, like yeah, you get close to that thing, you know, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough to gauge that sometimes, but I sat here for just a couple more minutes. Looks like it's all fizzling out now, so. Yeah, you can zoom into the maps so close you literally can see the street they're on. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think they're all about done here. Storms are fizzling out. I can't believe that thing had a funnel. That's so funny. I'm assuming what happened is the updraft kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter, so it like just kept condensing on itself, and then by the end it was so small of an updraft that it just started spinning. That's the only way I can describe it. Like it kept condensing itself, so the spin just kept getting tighter and tighter. I don't know. That's the only way I can think of it. Make a YouTube post here about the funnel thing. And then we'll probably end the stream then. Let's see. Check in the chat a couple more times. I use radar scope. Hey, yeah, no problem. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate everybody for watching. I have plenty of videos now. I'm starting to make more and more, so I'm just gonna keep making them every 2 weeks. But yeah, anyways, we're just gonna be. I know. I just like to drive. I just chase. You know, if something looks cool, I just chase it. You know, like I got a funnel, like for no reason, just today. It's funny. Yeah. Anyways, you know, if you guys got any extra questions here, I'll be here for just a little bit longer. I'm almost done. But yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy making the documentaries, so I'm glad you guys like them too. They're fun to make. And then let's see, we've got a new one coming up tomorrow. We've got a video one on the Marion tornado from this year, and then we got another one the next week, which isn't a tornado. I'm not going to share what it is. If you're a member, you will already know what it is by tomorrow. I'm going to make a post. But if you want to know early, you can see it becoming a member. But otherwise, I'm not going to say what it is. It's not a tornado. It'll be a new one, so we'll have to see how that one goes. And then after that, we're going to make one on a different tornado. Not going to say what that is yet either. But I don't want to run into this guy, and I can't really turn very well. It's kind of far out in the street. But anyways, I think I was so far out in the street. And then the next to that, I'm doing it on something different. So we've got a lot of interesting topics coming up here. So hopefully you guys are ready for those. We'll see what happens. Pretty fun to make the videos. So we're gonna see what the different types, not in tornadoes. I don't even know. I have no idea how well they'll do or not. It'll be a new experiment. But yeah, the next one is not on a tornado after tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't, but then after that, it's actually the 5th year anniversary of whatever it is. So you guys probably could guess it. It's not the 5th year anniversary it's coming up on. It's going to be just before it, but it's the 5th year anniversary this year. And then yeah, after that's another tornado, and then after that will be maybe another tornado, maybe not. I haven't decided yet what the next one will be. I just know I have a couple that non-tornado ones coming up here soon. I do have the Texas flood is on my radar. No pun intended, but it's on my radar to do. Because I think the Texas flood was very, very impactful. So I think it'd be a good one to make one over. But yeah. Anyways, I think we're gonna end it here pretty soon, just because nothing else going on. We're just kind of driving around now. Yes, I take a lot of pictures. Actually, I have a couple. I've chased quite a bit this year, and I finally got some new edits of some of my new pictures. So I'm going to be posting those on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. So if you want to see those, I'll post all those within the next couple days. Probably tomorrow I'll post one, because I have them edited finally and got into my laptop just from Nebraska and Iowa. I've had a couple different days. But yes, I do a lot of photography. I sell photography as well, so I have a link in my thing. It's on Darkroom. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna end this here pretty soon. You guys got a couple last questions, let me know. I'm gonna turn it off here pretty soon, like 30 seconds. I'll give you guys 30 more seconds, then we'll call her good for the day. There you go. The largest tornado was the Essex, Iowa one from this year. The strongest was the Greenfield, Iowa EF4. So those two are up there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, we're gonna end this here pretty soon. So let me know. One last question, I'll go, and then we're gonna end it. Those clouds look cool over there. You guys go. You get one last view of the clouds. Yeah, I think the Texas floods will be a really good one to make one over, because I think it'll be a really interesting topic, really, really impactful. So it'll be a good one for people to know about, because a lot of people don't know a lot about those floods, even though, they were on the news a bunch, but people still don't really know about them as much as they should, honestly. So I think that'll be one I'm going to do next. But other than that, I think we're going to call her good here. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in here for a little while. Didn't see too much. We did see a funnel. I amazingly saw a funnel. I don't know how, but we saw it. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. But I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully at my video premiere tomorrow at noon Central Time tomorrow. We got a premiere for a new video. But other than that, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.